Have you ever felt completely stuck? Like deep down, you know something isn't working, right? But the thought of walking away feels impossible. Like it's not even an option to walk away. Maybe it's a job that you've been in for years. Maybe it's a business that you've poured your heart and soul into. Or maybe it's a degree that was actually chosen for you, only to realize that it's not really what you want. And yet, when you're unhappy and when you know you're struggling to make it work, you stay. Why? Because you don't want all that effort to go to waste. That's actually a psychological trap called the sunk cost fallacy. And whether we realize it or not, it's actually one of the biggest reasons why people stay stuck in careers or businesses and paths that aren't aligned with them. So in this video, I'm going to break down 3 things with you. Number 1, what the sunk cost fallacy is and why it's keeping you from making a change. Number 2, how to know if this fear is secretly controlling your decision. And number 3, and most importantly, how to break free from it so that you can move toward real alignment in your career, your business, your life. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Shalay, a former real estate agent turned speaker and an alignment coach, helping entrepreneurs and professionals break free from misalignment and step into aligned careers and businesses where they can actually thrive. My mission is to just help you align who you are with your strengths, your passions, and your personality with what you do, so you can finally experience success in a way that feels natural and sustainable. Now, let's dive right in, okay? So first, let's talk about what the sunk cost fallacy actually is. The sunk cost fallacy is actually the tendency where we continue investing in something not because it's working, but because we've already put so much time, money, and effort into it. Even when it's clear that continuing to just keep investing, keep making it work is not beneficial. But then it can also lead to irrational decisions. It's the reason why people stay in careers they hate, because they've already spent years climbing that corporate ladder. It's the reason why entrepreneurs keep investing in businesses that aren't working, hoping that just one more course, one more strategy, one more mindset shift will actually be the breakthrough that they've been looking for. It's the reason why students choose and finish degrees they don't even want, because they feel like it's too late to start over. I've lived this firsthand. Back when I was pursuing my career in real estate, I was just really struggling to achieve a certain level of success that I wanted. But instead of stepping back and questioning whether it was actually the right path for me, I kept trying everything I could get my hands on, because I thought the answer was in another mindset course, right? That I just needed to work on my mindset and just unblock whatever that was blocking me. I invested in coaching, more investments. I spent so much money because I believe that if I just pushed through, I would eventually succeed. Because I can't give up now. That was my thinking. Not when I have so much invested into it, right? I don't want to be a quitter. I was trapped in the sunk cost fallacy. But here's the truth. If something isn't aligned with who you truly are, no amount of effort will make it work. So how do you know if this is happening to you? Here are 3 signs you might be caught in the sunk cost fallacy. Number 1, you keep telling yourself that I've already come this far, I can't quit now. Instead of asking, is this path right for me? You're just afraid of wasting what you've already invested in. 2, you're more focused on not losing than actually thriving. You don't love what you're doing, but the idea of leaving feels worse than staying stuck. Number 3, you're forcing yourself to make it work, even though deep down, it's just draining the life out of you. You convinced yourself that if you just work harder, you'll eventually break through. So here's a reflection question to just kind of ponder on. Have you ever just stayed in something, whether it's a job, a business, or even a relationship, right? Longer than you should have, just because you didn't want to waste what you already put into. So if you realize you're stuck in this cycle, how do you actually break free? So here's what have helped me. Number one, I had to actually reframe the word wasted time as valuable clarity. Every experience teaches you something. The time wasn't wasted. It was a stepping stone to actually discovering what actually fit me and what will fit you. Number two, I actually had to shift my focus from not losing to actually winning, where I had to ask myself, if I started fresh today, would I actually choose this path, this career? And if the answer is no, why keep forcing it? Number three, just start experimenting with alignment without quitting everything overnight. I had to remind myself that I didn't have to do everything overnight. So, can you find ways to use your natural strengths more in your current role? That was a question that I had to ask. Or can you include your passions into a side project, a hobby, or even just volunteering? Can you just change small things about your work environment to better match your personality? Because sometimes the bravest thing that you can do for yourself is not to push harder, but it's actually to take a step back and ask, is this really right for me? Have I put myself in a situation where I can thrive? Or am I just continuing to struggle? So to just kind of bring it all together, the sunk cost fallacy keeps us stuck in misalignment because we're afraid of wasting time, money, effort, everything that we put into. Just know that success isn't about pushing through misalignment. It's about choosing the path that actually fits who you are, where you can thrive. And you don't have to change everything overnight. That's the thing that I had to constantly remind myself. Just start paying attention to where you can make small, intentional shifts towards alignment. But here's the thing. Even when we recognize that something isn't right, even when we know we need to make a change, there's something else that holds us back. And that's fear. Fear. We all have it, and it's something that we can't get rid of. The fear of failure, the fear of uncertainty, the fear of just making the wrong choice, the fear of being judged by others. In the next video, we're going to talk about that fear that stops people from moving towards their alignment and how to overcome it. So if you've ever felt paralyzed by fear when it comes to making a big decision, make sure to check out that next video, and I hope to see you there.